update from the water. Got into a couple of bass and then stumbled into a giant pot of fish. These fish just so happen to, however, not, well. Here's your shot.
Holy fish, bud.
I'm Sean Ritter. I love the outdoors, hunting, fishing. I work a hectic, not traditional job, and I love being a dad. This is my outdoor journey and how I manage my time. I'm here to help you rethink your time and join me, Return to Wild. So, here's the situation. I was bass fishing through this area and came up on some wood that's laid off the edge of this dock you can see behind me here, and it's loaded up with giant crappie. So I always keep this little packet with some stuff in it. Do some pan fishing. All right, I've got some little tiny, oh, I got some white hair. Oh, that one with a little plastic on it. All right, we'll start there. Through there too, but there you go. Just a little jig. So we are gonna go on a little crappie catching mission. So we can sneak up on them real quiet. I mean, there was big, huge crappie in there. I noticed it when one of them had followed my crankbait right back to the boat. And I'm like, huh. This jig's probably barely heavy enough to cast it. He's got it. Go. Got it. Wow, nice. I guess we're gonna have a little fish fry. You know, I could be catching bass here, but it's actually kind of fun going back, you know, kind of the roots, and it's fun just stumbling upon something and going, hey, you know what, let's try something. We're gonna spin around, nab a couple more crappies, and then we'll be set for a fish fry, so. It's crazy, we can just see them. Like random hunks of wood. I mean, it's definitely a spawning situation with, you know, the sand and how many are just congregated in here. But it doesn't mean they're not fun to catch. And just throwing like the most random little tiny hair jig and random piece of plastic I have. I mean, these are all like decent eaters, man. These are all like, I know down south they get huge, but here in Wisconsin, like, that's a decent crop. A bunch following it. The biggest, most aggressive one to come take it. Okay, man, look at that. Those are nice sized crappie. Again, first time in the water. I just thought it'd be fun to stumble into something. And as much as I know I could be catching bass in here, and I've seen some bass in here, it's actually kind of fun. Who'd have thought? Turn bass fishing into crappie catching. You know, sometimes that's what it's about. Well, that's another one. That's the smallest of them, so I'm going to send this one back. He just scarfed it. See there, Mr. Crappie. Oh, there's a little bass in there with him. Oh. Right there. Oh, it fell right on him. Got it. Oh, he went for it, missed it. Hopefully he can feel the hook. Take it. All right, so that's where we ended up. I just kept 10 crappies, which is actually gonna be enough for me and my entire family, 2 full meals. And that video and that moment, that day alone, just goes to show that it's all about fishing the moment. The other thing I found about bass fishing is that the fish are typically to tell you what they want to eat, how they want to eat. It's your job to pay attention to it and fish that moment in order to catch them. In this situation, this day out, when I'm out bass fishing and I happen to see a bunch of crappie and I'm thinking, that looks delicious, I could go for a fish fry. Being able to fish the moment, take advantage of the fact that those fish were there, I found them, and fishing them, which also leads to my tip. Make sure you've got a little like panfish equipment in your tackle box, your boat, your whatever. You know, if I hadn't had that little packet that I kind of keep with some panfish stuff, I never would have been able to take advantage of that opportunity. So it doesn't take much. Like, you could literally take a small little plastic, take a Ziploc bag even, and just put a couple of panfish jigs, something like that, and keep it stashed away somewhere in your boat or in your tackle crate, and you're all set to go and catch some panfish, get yourself a nice little fish fry. That's good. So again, thanks for watching. You made it this far. Please give this video a like if you like panfish, if you like kayak fishing, you just like that today is a day that you're living and breathing. Give this video a like. Make sure to subscribe to the channel as well if you want to follow along with more kayak fishing. There's a lot of content in just bass fishing, kayak fishing, and fishing in bass kayak tournaments. If you want to find out what I'm going to do with those crappies, go ahead and click here. Check out my ultimate Wisconsin fish camp fish fry. Get some yummy stuff. Get a nap when you're going to start drooling. We'll catch you on the next one. The jig. In around these weeds. Oh, there he is. Hooked up. He's burying himself in the weeds. All right, so hooked up again.